I'm just going to say it's all Nick's fault. 100% unequivocally,
What?
it's all Nick's fault. The stuff that took place, in case y'all didn't know, in case y'all didn't know, the driver, okay, see, I just had to mute him because he's so goddamn noisy. You can't hear nothing when Nick's on the damn line. You just can't hear nothing. Anyway, what's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the Rideshare Garage, where we might have some fun tonight. We might start some trouble tonight. I don't know. There's a couple things we need to talk about. But first, before we get started, I want to welcome my man Buddha, Hustling Buddha, all the way from California. California knows how to party. California. I
Hold on,
can't sing, bro.
let me hit my switches on the Tesla.
You hit the switch. Awesome. What's going on, Buddha? How you
Going
doing out there
on,
tonight, brother?
man? We're chilling, bro. Getting asked for a better day. Yesterday was kind of trash, but today makes up for it for sure. What's up with
Yeah,
y'all?
you had a
What's
good
going
day,
on?
huh?
What's going on? Any new Uber and Lyft forklift drivers on the fleet? Never mind. If you know, you know.
All
I
right.
guess.
Damn.
Hey.
Damn,
All right.
bro.
So below
Gosh.
him, we got a this is an original. This is an OG for me. And he's been gone a while, and I get it. Like, the garage ain't for everybody, and we ain't the most sanctified, blessed place in the
No,
world to
bro.
be, you know. But but my man, the rideshare culture, Ron himself, has graced us the last 2
The
days with his
ghost
presence.
himself.
So Ron, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How's it going, Garage family? What's going on? Been out for a minute. A lot of things needed to be worked on. I finally got a new device, so this device I got can handle the stream. I can finally do mobile work, talking to you guys. But yeah, man, it was my W-2 definitely took over. We're busy over the holidays, but been here. So 2025 is a new year, trying to kick it in. I want to pump out the rideshare content. I am jealous of Nick. I will say, I'm gonna be honest. Nick is kicking my ass on the subscribers. He's doing his work, but Nick is an inspiration. And yeah, Nick, it is your fault. And today is your fault. Standard mode Miami. You. But yeah, it's good to be back. Can't wait to get into the can't wait to get into the topics today, and see
Well,
how it
we got
rolls
we got
today.
two. We got two. We got two. We gonna definitely get into today. Some people gonna be all right. Some people ain't gonna be all right. But either way, I don't give a good goddamn because this is a garage and we keep it 100 in the garage all the time, no matter what. We hear both sides of the story. Nick, standard mode, Miami Tesla. Nick, why are you standard mode? Did you not just say? Were you not bragging all week about being advantage mode?
Because I'm not. I mean, I prefer standard mode because I'm tired of being kicked to the back of the queue. I'm tired of everything that I do being penalized.
Whoa.
Uh
Yes,
huh.
because when you decline too many rides as an advantage mode driver, Uber starts taking away the information. No more upfront fares. Or, oh, let's kick you offline because you don't appear to be accepting rides. I never had those problems as a standard mode driver. Never, never.
Okay, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna definitely get into all that tonight. All right. And then the Johnny come lately. Always goddamn it coming lately. You know, there's the smooth operators, and then there's the smooth operators. Obsidian Vinny is not one of them. But you know what? He's here in the building anyway. What's going on, Steven? How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm sickly, but I'm here.
You're sickly. What the hell's wrong with you, bro? Don't come in the garage getting us all sick now.
No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, I got the Lysol. I got the hand sanitizer. Let me just spray right quick.
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah,
baby
we
all
got
on
the
there.
I got even some essential if you need some help you out, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's
All
all
right, real
good.
quick before we get started, shout out to Ass Dollar. 100K deliveries in the house, Silver Fox. Dirty South. Dirty South says, I heard ICE is raiding the Fort Lauderdale lot tomorrow.
If
Oh,
they
What?
yo,
really?
I wanna. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be hilarious.
Oh. Why did you
Well,
put
you
that
know
on
what?
here? I want to see that.
Well, damn it,
I thought
he just gave you fair warning. He
They
gave you-
they've got literal
I want to
people
watch
walking
that.
down the street over toward the border over here. It's insane.
Oh
The
wow.
line of people walking toward the border.
well,
there's what do you call it?
hold on. Gig Wars official. What up, Red? How we doing tonight? Is that Red? Is that Red? Is that Red or is that Cray Cray? I don't know, but whoever it is, welcome to the show. You know you're always welcome. Accounting Tom says, I will, what's up, brothers? I'll be in after my trip to Wally World. I guess he's at Disney. Is he at Disney? He went to Disney World.
And Disney World.
So drivers in, travelers in. Antonio, what's popping, my brother? Let's see. SB rides. All right, here we go. So, guys, I don't know which one. See, I thought I had a lead story tonight. Right? But I actually have another lead story that might be. Yeah, I want to get this out of the way first. Yo, I got to do this first. Hold on a minute, because I don't think people. Here's the problem, man. People don't pay attention to what's going on, and rideshare drivers don't pay enough attention to what's going on. And I'm just going to show you something here that took place today. You know what today was? Today was Tesla earnings day. And every time Tesla has earnings, right, Elon's always announcing something. Remember when Buddha and I did the unveiling for the Cybercab and the Robo van and all of that? Remember that, Buddha?
I remember it. I remember that.
Okay.
And
right?
going crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And remember what he said, that they had already been running the user interface for the Tesla's Cybercab app, the Robotaxi app. They had been running it already for a year and a half in California for their employees to go back and forth to work to the gigafactories. Do you remember when he said that? He also said that he was going to, they were going to start the full self-driving Cybercab unsupervised in Austin and in San Francisco in 2025. With breaking news, y'all. This happened today, not too long ago, a few hours ago. Elon Musk says Tesla will be launching unsupervised full self-driving as a paid service in Austin, Texas in June of this year. Robotaxi is arriving this year. I just thought that's just something y'all should be aware of. Now, y'all can say, oh, it ain't going to happen for 3 years. That's fine. Y'all can say that. But y'all said this wasn't going to happen. And because of this, Ron's favorite guy, see, because y'all don't know, Ron's got a favorite guy, man.
Oh gosh.
Ron has a favorite guy, and I'm going to show him here in a minute. Hold on, because I got to do this. I got to remember how to do this. This is Ron's favorite guy. Okay, hold on. It's coming. I'm coming. Remember this guy, Ron?
Yeah, MKBHD.
You know this guy, right? I don't know if you
Yeah.
tell me if y'all can hear the volume on this.
Nope.
Well, hold on. Because I want y'all to hear what he said. Because it's the same thing everybody else keeps saying. Also share that. Yep, there it is. Tell me if y'all can hear it now. Hold on.
Do that. I mean, if they
Y'all heard that, right?
Yep.
Okay. Because all y'all keep telling me I'm fucking
no
crazy.
way that they're actually going to be able to do that. I mean, if they do, let's say they do, I will shave my head on camera because I'm that confident they won't do it. Like
I remember you saying that. I remember you saying that.
He said that they will not have unsupervised full self-driving this year.
He did.
There's just
Play it
no
again.
way that they're actually going to be able to do that. I mean,
Now listen, you can put Dara Khashoggi's face on this. You can put David Risher's face on this. You can put my guy Sergio, which it looks like I'm gonna have a pink wig because we bet April, and I'm gonna miss it by a couple months, so I got no problem with that. But they said self driving's not coming.
if they do, let's say they do, I will shave my head on camera because I'm that confident they won't do it. Like,
There it is.
I'm waiting for that.
That's
I'm waiting for that.
that's all I'm trying to say. That I'll get y'all's opinion on that, but that's all I'm trying to say. It's
I
here,
think
y'all.
I think Elon also said that if you pay the $99 FSD a month, you also get the full unsupervised
Uh-huh.
FSD in California. He didn't say what specific
Really?
city. He said you will get it as well. So,
Oh,
and then Wayne. Oh, we'll talk about Wayne a little bit
Well, no,
about getting on
let's
the
hey,
getting on
I,
the alleys on the LA freeways, dude. Are you kidding me? This shit's nuts, bro.
all I'm saying is everybody keep telling me. Y'all keep telling me this shit is a decade away, 5 years away, 8 years away, 10 years away. Guess what it is? Guess guess what it isn't? It isn't 5 years away. That's all I'm saying. Not saying nothing else. We all saw the Waymo car get destroyed by because they had a street takeover in California, and the Waymo car got destroyed. That's what's gonna. You're gonna have a lot of this. You're gonna have a lot of these cars getting tore up and destroyed. It's gonna happen, but that's still not gonna stop them. And for every one of those cars that are on the road, that's two or three drivers coming off the road. Just that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I I
Anyway,
think I think they would only succeed in a within a radius. You know, I don't think you're gonna take one of those cyber cabs over 100 miles away. You know, I think for the metropolitan, I think they're gonna be public bus removers versus anything else.
well, I'm just saying. I just wanted to put that out there. So, you guys got any thoughts on that? Anybody got any thoughts on the full self driving unsupervised now?
Yeah,
Until I get it on my shit, we'll see.
I'll say this. One of the,
I
I think SF driver, I agree with what he's saying. They might do a delay. So I think this is to bring in, wake everybody up, get them excited. And then when it does get to February, then there's this, announcement that it has to be delayed for something. I think there's gonna be a delay. But I do agree with Vinny that this year, it's coming fast. It's not a
Whoa,
thing that
pause.
we
I'm
what happened.
kidding. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I don't know what happened here. Maybe I says, oh, he said pause. Oh, come on, Buddha.
yeah, he said pause. Yeah. And you said it's
I
coming
got it. I'm so
fast.
late. God damn shit.
I'm just trying to keep you awake, bro. That's it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it,
Hey, it's
man. But yeah, I
it.
think it's less than 2 years, buddy. It's not. It's right now Miami they have Waymo down in Miami, and it's like two or three cars that I saw already. They're not driverless, but they have the drivers in them. Two and a half years ago, Waymo came down to do weather testing down in Miami. So they're down here now in January, going around picking up people with drivers in the car, and these are people that have been invited to the app to use it. So I'm waiting for them to accept me so I could try it out myself to see how it works. But yeah, it's coming.
It's
It's
coming.
more expensive. It's more it now. Sorry to talk about it, but where is Cybercab gonna price itself as a premium ride service or a budget friendly service like X and Basic Lift? Is it the comfort crowd that's more into it, or the premier type of people where they're like You know what? That's a service and that's a high end experience. Or you know, is it gonna be worth paying an extra $5-10 to use Cybercab over an Uber X car that you can have
It's going to be
four of your
cheaper.
friends?
It's well, hold on. Cybercab, when they come out with the actual Cybercab itself, remember that only seats 2 people.
Yeah, that's why.
It's going to be cheaper than X. It's going to be cheaper than X shared.
So you're lowering the standards. So you're
For
willing
who?
to have. Wouldn't you want?
I'm getting yelled at here. Steven, can you send Steve the link? Thank you.
I don't
Um,
know. I mean, if it's less than Uber X prices, then you know.
remember what
um,
Cybercab is not going to be a premium service. Cybercab is going to be cheaper than X, bro. It's public transportation. That's what he's creating. He's
Public
creating just
transportation.
basic public transportation. No thrills, no frills. Get your ass in the car, shut up, hit the button, and go. Boom, done. That's it. That's it. Premium now will go back to having a driver.
The
Tesla
Uber X
won't be
rate
doing
down
driving.
in Miami.
Say
The
again.
floor for Uber X, actually the floor for Uber X is at 257. That's the lowest I've seen it. So
Bro, I saw
That's what we get paid though. That's not what the passenger pays. So
exactly.
passengers are willing to pay
okay,
for
yeah,
that
you got a point.
250,
You're
like
right.
what, $5, 560
$5.
on a good day.
Oof. So you think Tesla's gonna say, okay, come in this car for 560?
Easy.
Easy. Okay.
Easy. They're talking about charging between
I can see it. I
40,
can see it.
40, 40 and 50 cents a mile is what they want to charge.
As a owner, are you getting the full 10, or will they do the stupid split like Uber?
It's a split.
And
No, well, it's a split because remember now, Tesla's going to take care of you're buying the car, you're supplying the vehicle. They're going to cover the insurance, probably the same as Uber and Lyft does. You know, that second or third period of time. Well, I would think anytime the car is on the Tesla network,
city streets,
Tesla's insurance will be covering the car.
because you can't
And I was
drive
gonna
it.
ask you,
Because you can't drive it. You know, it
Not
has
the
no steering
Cybercabs you
wheel.
can't drive. Yeah, there's no steering wheel.
So it's insurance wise. It, you know, the insurances have to fuck with it unless Tesla does the in-house thing right with Tesla insurance. I mean, the fucking thing is sick. When we watched, I'm more excited for the revolving versus anything else. You
The
know,
what?
the
Oh, the Robo Van.
the
revolving,
bus,
the robo
the
van.
Yeah, the Robo Van. Yeah.
I'm more excited for
Say that.
that shit than the Cybercab, to be honest. But you know, to each their own. You know, it'll be sick.
SB Rides
It'll
has
be
got it.
sick. What?
SB Rides got the right idea. Maybe I should go get into full service EV charging in detail. Bro, do you know how much of a
oh yeah, you
market
set
there
up
is for
stations.
emergency EV? No. Emergency EV charging. We come to
My,
you.
my company uses that for the
Yeah.
EV9s.
Yeah, I
That's
know a guy
amazing,
that
right?
does it. I know a guy that
He's got
does
to be making
emergency
some good money.
EVs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's killing it.
They would definitely test the market, but I don't think it'll be anything substantial. We're going to find out. Anyway, what other comments we got on this?
You
Before
said
we get
10% of the market share with Cybercab?
I think 10%. I think once
Yeah,
Tesla, once it gets open, once it opens up in the city, follow me here. Once it opens up in the city, you have enough loyal Tesla shareholders, Tesla drivers, Tesla people, just like you have enough loyal Apple users, cult users, whatever you want to. Bro, if they're Uber users, they're getting away from Uber. They're going right to Tesla. That's automatic. Whatever city they start in, I give them 10% market share right off the rip.
See what? So what I want to ask is where is this 10% coming from? Like, do you think that these 10% is coming out, these consumers, that they're comfortable getting inside of a self-driving car? Like they're actually saying, you know what? F the driver of Uber and Lyft. it's cheaper to get into this one because I am okay. I kind of don't see that. I don't see 10. I say 2%. I wouldn't give it that much. Maybe 10%
I
in
can,
five
I can,
years, not in the first year.
I give it that. I give it
Okay.
that.
Well,
I'm
let me
with
ask you
Ryan
this.
Coach. I'm with
Okay,
Coach
well,
on that one.
you could be over there 8% short. Listen to what I'm saying, bruh. Listen to what I'm saying. How many Tesla people, the Tesla cult, are automatically going to go into they're no matter what, they're going to use the Tesla product. Just like no matter what, you got 10% of the population out there, no matter what, will always use an Apple product. Doesn't matter if it's good, bad, or indifferent. We already know Apple's 2 cycles behind Android. So we know that. And what I'm suggesting is 10% of the market share that uses Uber and or Lyft for rideshare services, once Tesla comes online, they're going to take 10% of that market share is gone in
Right
every
away.
city they open up. Within the first 6 months. Absolutely.
Or within the first 6 months. You want to bet on it?
Absolutely. Yeah, why
I mean,
not? I already got to put
Vinny,
on a
Vinny
pink wig
talked
for.
about this. Vinny been talking about this for more than a year
Tell me when
now.
I've been
That when
wrong.
this thing comes out, that's it. So
Let me ask you a question,
he hasn't
Buddha.
been wrong. I'll put it out there. He hasn't been
Tell
wrong
me when
about
I've
this
been
one.
wrong.
So
Tell me when I've been wrong about anything I've been Nostradamusing y'all asses with when it comes to rideshare. I see Steve
I
down
would
there.
say-
Welcome, Steve. Rideshare Rodeo in the house. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man?
So what's up, Steve?
Finally got you here.
Yeah, I know. And it's the
Garage
week you
sale.
guys forgot
Dang.
to send one to me, but it's my fault. I know. I was like the
Hey,
boy that
hey.
cried.
You
I was the
told
boy
me
that cried
next
wolf
week.
too many times, man.
Yo,
This guy said to me,
yo,
hey,
Steve.
not this week, next week, not this week,
Yo.
next week. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay,
Yo,
all right, okay.
Yo, Steve, banger podcast, bro, with all the creators, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's
Somebody
true.
drop that link. Buddha, do me a favor. Pull up the link. Drop that link in there. If you guys didn't catch Steve's, and he's from Rideshare Rodeo. If you guys did not catch his podcast, he had on, was it 5 or 6 different YouTube personalities? That's what I'm going to call them, personalities. 5 or 6 YouTube personalities. And they all talking about the same subjects, but a little bit different twist to each one, tailored to each channel. Steve, phenomenal job on that, bro. Phenomenal job.
Thank you.
And I stand by what I said. And I ain't afraid to say it here publicly into cyberspace. I text Steve the other day. And I said, bar none, Steve is the most informed, detailed rideshare advocate on YouTube that we have. And I know
And
what
in
y'all
only
gonna say.
30,
But
and in only 13 minutes.
But my ass. But my ass. Steve is he's I'm telling you, he's tuned in, he's going after him. That's not saying nobody else isn't informed. But if y'all ain't watching the Rideshare Rodeo, y'all ain't really caring about what's going on in the space. I mean that with all my heart. So, Steve, I just put myself in jail, but that's okay. I've been in jail before.
13 minutes
I like
of
the
rideshare
100K. I like the
bro.
100K comment that says I left you out for a reason.
Oh,
I didn't.
oh.
You guys, if you look at the time on that, it
Dang.
ran like an hour 58. I can't run over 2 hours for an audio podcast. It cuts it.
Yeah, but Steve, that's not. Listen,
Listen,
Steve,
I
how
wanted
many
it to
times
be
have
like
I
a
told
3
you
or 4 part. I got yelled at for not having women. And then I had to remind people that the first person on there was Stephanie Beale, who was the one that wrote the bill.
Women? Are you pulling a lift? Are you discriminating like Lyft
Oh,
right now? Are you
man.
discriminating, Steve?
I guess that's what I got accused
woke
of.
on him. Somebody got woke on Steve.
I mean, listen though.
Sheesh.
Here's the thing about it. We do have both laws here, the TNC and the DNC for delivery. But I got to say that there's not a lot of female rideshare drivers. There's not that do live streams but I mean that whole piece started off with the longest piece was Stephanie Vigil, who wrote the law.
Right. If
So
you
anybody
guys
call
don't
me
know,
sexist,
you really got to go.
You're wrong.
No, you listen, bro. 100K driver loves firing me up. That's all. He's trying to stir my pot, but you're not going to get me tonight. Anyway, before we get into all that stuff with Steve, because we're going to get into the next part of this, right? I'm done talking about Tesla for now. We're done with Tesla for now. Okay. But we definitely got to get into this next one. We got to get into this because it's what everybody's talking about. Right?
Forklift?
And no, yeah, well, you're going to need a forklift for this one. You're going to need more than a forklift because that's a big old girl right there, boy. Let me tell you, that's a big old
There's
woman.
a lot of loving. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the
man.
problem.
It's more
If you
cushion
guys
for the
don't
push.
know, yeah, whatever, 498 pounds of pushing on your rear axle. That's what that is to one side of the car. Listen, if here's my issue. I've been thinking about this for 2 days. If y'all don't know what it is, she's suing Lyft because a driver refused to let her in his car. Now, my issue is not whether the driver was right or wrong, because if you listen to the video, and I want everybody's opinion on this, it's the fact that he was extremely respectful in that conversation.
Very.
He was extremely respectful in that conversation. Uber, in my opinion, has this part right. When you go to cancel a ride with Uber, they have a selection on there that says not safe to pick up. Right? Uber has that option.
Yep.
Lyft doesn't give us any kind of an option like that. I don't know if this driver got
Doesn't
suspended or not, deactivated
Yeah,
or
he
not.
got deactivated. Yeah,
He got deactivated.
Yeah, he got deactivated.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
There's two issues I have with this. They deactivated that driver for being discriminative, right? That's what they said, right?
Yes, the lawsuit doesn't mention anything about that. The lawsuit mentions that the driver was being racist towards her for being a fat black woman, apparently.
Well, he didn't say anything
not
about
right.
being her color.
I heard the clip, and you
That's
know what?
wrong.
He's actually kind of being nice. He's
Nothing
looking
about
at
color.
it, and he said, "There's no way you're fitting." I mean, or you're not
really hurt my
gonna.
feelings.
He says it
looks
nice.
like
You're
a
gonna.
lift
You're not
might
gonna
be
fit
hurting
there.
pretty soon too.
I knew it was illegal, and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car.
There you go.
Now you see,
See, but he didn't even say that.
That was never anywhere near that conversation. So
No.
he's trying this case in the public's opinion. He's trying to get the whole race card thrown in here when it had nothing to do with race, nothing at all. So he's a piece of shit. He's a real piece of shit. But that's not even my issue. My issue is they deactivated that driver. When Lyft is just guilty of discrimination every single day, when they're discriminating. Lyft, David Risher, you discriminate against straight men. Or did y'all forget that they have that non-binary woman-only selection for drivers? If I was that driver, I'd be hiring these same asshole attorneys to sue Lyft as well. I'd let these guys get paid twice. That's how I feel about it. So I'll turn it over to you guys. You guys can let us know what you're thinking there. Let us know what you want in the comments. I'm going to bring this down because I don't want nobody coming on me like that.
Honestly,
what do you guys think?
Would everybody not have? Would anybody have used what he said though, or have we all been around the block enough? We would have said something different or played that.
Well,
None of us would have put her in the car.
No,
but
maybe we wouldn't have said.
I'm not saying what he said was wrong. I just feel like I'm on guard more to not do that.
Yeah, to not even give a situation.
But I wouldn't give a reason.
Yeah, you know, hey, I just got a text. My baby has been born. I gotta go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yo, Steve.
The ride is over.
Hey, Steve, that's what you call a curry order. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? Even if I didn't give a reason and I just said I gotta cancel, she could still take that and say I was being racist, especially if my skin color wasn't like hers.
Oh yeah.
Because that's where she's already where they know to say whoa.
Dude, the driver was Indian. Wasn't the driver Indian American or whatever the hell? Middle Eastern or some shit?
That's not what the case is on.
It's not
Okay,
no.
so
It's not
You
no
know what?
Makes
racist.
sense.
If
The whole race.
if she were
you gotta
taking
pay
a
attention.
flight,
You
if
have to
she
pay
were taking
attention
a
to
flight, she'd have
what
to
they
pay for
said.
2 seats. And if she's gonna ride Lyft,
Exactly.
why doesn't she have a bigger car as her default? Come on.
I
So, but
agree
here's
with
the thing.
that.
What, she's a
let me put this
Detroit
out.
rapper, but she can't afford the extra $2?
She can't fit. She can't even
Let
fit
me
in the
Well, we all
Escalade.
know rappers don't
let
make
me
any money.
But technically, if you
put
get an
this out.
X
Let me put
car,
this
you're
out
getting
here.
the full car
Let me-
anyway, right? So you should have all 4 seats.
Let me put this out there. So Professor made a video on it, and I went in the comment section. I put safety issue. So he responded to my message, to my comment, and said that you have no idea what you're talking about. You're a hater. So, and then he went down explaining about his side, what he thinks. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now I responded to him saying I'm not a hater. And I explained to you that I had a Chevrolet Impala. And I picked up a big lady that size. She could not put her seatbelt on. And I still dropped her off. I still did it. Now, if I got into a car accident, I would be wrong. But I didn't have no seatbelt
Very much
extender.
so.
So
Well, wait a
it's
minute.
a
Let me ask
safety issue. It's a
you bring
safety
that
issue
up,
if she couldn't put the
Go ahead.
seatbelt on. Yeah, go ahead.
What? No, but you bring that up. Well, what do the airlines do? If
Make
she
you
were
pay for
catching
the
a
extra
flight,
seat.
she has to buy 2 seats,
Mhm.
and then they're going to bring her a seatbelt extender. Again, you
I feel like she did it for the hype, to be honest. She's probably called
I
it
think she's
before,
in it for
and
clout.
other drivers have picked her up, and she's like, "Why is nobody declining
There it
these?"
is.
And she's looking for the moment. 'Cause
Yep.
I'm from Michigan. I've never heard of this Detroit rapper in my life.
She might be underground. She might be underground and they got to put rapper to make it
Well,
seem
now
like she's
you
big.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now you
right?
have.
Now
That's my
you
point.
have.
She made national news.
No pun intended
And
on
she-
that pig.
So Mr. Gambit, Mr. Gambit says he got deactivated for using stupid choice words, talking about the girl could pop the stars.
Yes.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
If you
Yep.
weren't going to take the ride, you should have just canceled and kept it moving. Don't engage in a conversation.
engage. Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I got dash cams in my car. I want to see you get in there.
Oh,
I would have told her.
Hilarious.
I would have told her, listen, the ride's on me,
so
but I
got-
get to live stream it.
Look,
hold on, let me turn on. Let me
These
turn
are
on.
content people.
I got
Let me
I
turn
got
on
a
Twitch real
question for
quick.
the. I got a question for you guys. Have you guys picked up someone that size? I have. I picked someone that size in my Impala.
Not
If you
not
picked
in the
up somebody
Tesla.
of
Not
that
that
size.
size.
Not in the Tesla. I've done it when I had the Caddy. I've done it when I had the Caddy.
And your CTS?
No, the SUV.
Man,
The
Oh, yeah, the
SUV, I've
XT6.
done it.
Was the seat? So was she able to put was he or she able to put the seatbelt on?
I didn't give a shit. In the state of Florida, you don't have to put a seatbelt on in the back seat.
But if you got it, but I'm saying if you got into an accident, that person will got
He's on his own.
hurt
No,
more
state
because
law.
they didn't
He's
have
on
the seatbelt.
Wasn't she like 50 cents short
Yeah,
of
of course.
a
No,
half
no,
ton?
it's just more of a safety thing.
I'm just saying, dude.
Yeah, because she's 498 or 489, I believe. I think the article said 489 that she was at.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So I mean,
Everybody's
I-
attacking Liv, but
I-
nobody's not letting this lady know that she needs to lose weight because we don't know what sickness she
order
has,
a
what sickness she
big
has.
car.
Well, hold on now. Hold on. I'm gonna speak to something here. I'm gonna start some real shit here. Steve, you might want
Let's
to leave.
go.
No, I like it. Go.
Oh no, Vinny. Wait a second, Vinny.
he said
Wait a
I'm
second,
here
Vinny.
for it.
You know where I'm getting ready to go. You know where I'm getting ready to go. All right.
Okay.
In certain and listen, in certain cultures, they like them big girls. The bigger, the better.
A lot of cultures they do.
if she
I'm just
isn't,
saying.
It's not even some. There's actually a lot of cultures that like that.
if she isn't
They
over
like it.
380, she isn't a lady. You know what I mean?
Well, you see
But at
what
the
I
same
mean?
time,
Who
she
the-
can't fit in a Yugo, even with all the seats removed.
Bro, none of them on here, other than me, knows what the hell a Yugo is. I promise you, none of them know what a Yugo is.
Does anybody know
They
what a
don't know
Yugo
what
It's
a
a
is?
little
Yugo is.
small sedan. know where you go.
It was sedan.
I want to let me. It's a little
That was
two-door
the-
car. It's a
dude,
little two-door.
Dude, it was the original smart car. What are you talking about?
They were like $5,500
This is
bucks
their
new
two-door
off the lot.
$39.95 off the lot. My Aunt Linda had one.
Listen, let me say this. If I have my Nissan Pathfinder, if I'm driving my Nissan Pathfinder, I would not deny service. I would get that person in the car. I wouldn't have an issue picking up this person because I would be able to use that. Like that would be my thing. The thing about this guy who's driving, he is a regular driver, making money, trying to go from A to B, and he's meaning no harm. Because he literally said, I'm going to cancel the trip so you don't get charged. And what happens when she does, she doesn't think about that.
But he also said that it would be too much on his tires. I'm of the opinion to treat it like the police. Don't say a damn word.
Yeah.
That's where
That's
the
exactly.
mistake he made.
That's the only way you can save yourself for that situation.
mistake
Don't
he
say
made.
anything.
That's the mistake he made.
You don't
He's
even
saying like you're gonna kill my tires.
No, you got to
turned
treat it like
right
the
there.
police because what they tell you, right? Anything you can't say will be used against you in a court of law.
Yep. Any
No.
lawyer, even if
But-
like
sure.
if you ask a lawyer,
sure.
hey,
But
if I'm not afraid of the question though, I did nothing wrong. Even a lawyer's gonna tell you, don't talk to the cops. You stupid.
Never. Cops tell you not to talk to cops.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now this speaks to an even bigger, broader question, right? And this is why I titled the show, Are We Really Independent? Because if you're an independent contractor, don't you have the right to refuse service based on whatever the hell reason you want?
Well,
If you other than Civil Rights Act of 1964, which does not specify weight as an act of discrimination. They talk about sex.
He claimed
religion,
that it was
color.
weight. In his argument,
fine.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
in the argument, he
but
said weight
that's
is a
not
protected
part of the federal law. Maybe that's part of
Okay.
the Michigan state law.
Okay.
Maybe that's part of Michigan state law.
Okay.
Yeah, but,
But
it's
in
still,
Florida,
dude,
it wouldn't fly.
even though we're
At what
stepping
point
away
is it
from
egregious?
PC and
And-
all that stuff, finally, it still trickles all around, and it's like, it's like you could be like charged with harassment. And what did you do? And you oh my God, she's gonna
Okay,
kill
so
herself
Steve,
now after you said that. Like,
Steve, I'm still asking the question, and we'll go around the panel. We'll start with you. You're an independent contractor.
yeah,
Do you not have the right to refuse service if you don't feel comfortable or safe?
yes, but I'm not stupid enough to get myself to say something. So I wouldn't pull up to somebody.
There
Let's
you go.
make
There you go.
let's make
There
it
you go.
about color. I
There
wouldn't
it is. There
I
it
wouldn't pull
is.
up to somebody that's Hispanic and go, "Oh, you're a Mexican. I'm not going to take you."
Steve,
Are you kidding me?
Of course you would not. No shit,
Because that's federal.
Sherlock.
But that one is federal, though. That's part of federal law. You can't discriminate based on race. So
Hey,
it's all
if you live
built
in a
the
state,
system.
you know it's a rule
Well,
in your
according to
state.
Lyft, they can discriminate against straight men, but that's a whole nother subject. We'll get into that in a minute. My question is, you're an independent contractor, Steve. You know more about this shit than probably 99.9% of the people in the rideshare gig space. Do you have the right as an independent contractor, if you do not feel comfortable, to deny service?
100%. But I want to add. But listen, no, you're 100% right. But it's like Uber teen. If you're stupid, I mean, if you take that teen in your car, everybody's going to step away from you, and then you're an independent contractor, and you're going to get sued.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm not saying that the guy is right. I'm not saying that the guy is wrong. My contention is, if we are truly independent contractors, we should have that right to make that decision. Notwithstanding his ignorance to have that goddamn conversation.
Yeah.
And that's probably what got him popped.
You got it really
Okay.
popped, yeah.
That is exactly what got him popped.
But it bothers me, man. Nick,
Yes, sir.
Nick, you're
Yes,
the most
sir.
brash. You're the most brash individual we have in the garage these days. Used to be my man Jeff. Used to be Jeff, but Jeff is on his own doing his own thing, right? Nick is the most brash, and we did not replace one brother for another brother. Don't even try that. You came up
I'm
to me
dead
and
as fuck. He said,
I was thinking it.
All right.
You
Hey,
said we're
new
not.
Jeff.
We're cooking a new barbecue in Miami.
Stop it.
Ooh.
Nick, what would you have done, Nick? What would you have done, Nick?
So the easy answer is don't engage, because as everybody said, when he engaged, that's the issue. He called her, "You're too big." That's discriminatory just in and of itself. That's disrespectful. You could have canceled. He could have absolutely canceled the ride for any reason given. But when you ride up to something, so it also says that he made faces as she was walking up to him. So you're already showing your emotions. You're already. Then when she gets there, oh no, you're too big. Oh, you're gonna pop my tires. Like that's some disrespectful shit. Like,
The
yeah, he
faces
could
is
have
just
said,
hearsay,
"Oh,
though.
When you, as a person,
But
analyze
saying
the
she'd pop your
situation and
tires
you're
is definitely
calculating stuff,
alluding to
are
a
you going to
comment.
have the most attractive face while you're thinking about something? Like, really?
But that's hearsay
again,
anyway. It wouldn't even be
right.
brought in. I'm surprised that it goes to what Vinny said about
Would
that
you
lawyer.
be
He's a
surprised? They'll say
scumbag.
staring and this and that and the other constitutes harassment, blah, 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 blah.
That's the whole reason why it's national news. That's the whole reason why we're here.
But let me ask
If
you a
he
question.
would have
I just
just,
thought about something.
again,
Let me ask
what's
you a
up?
question. Has anybody heard any of her music?
Nope.
Hadn't even heard
Ramon
of her.
said,
We don't know. We
Ramon
don't know
said
music.
that
We
he
know
had
that
seen
she's trying.
yellow.
We know that she's trying to promote herself.
As a big
That's
girl.
all
You're
it
gonna
is.
hear her
It's all for
music.
clout.
Damn, Ramon.
Wait. If she is promoting herself as a big
You see
girl in her music, then how's she gonna get upset when the dude's like, "Well, you're a big girl"?
Well, how come out of this story, none? You know
She's
what?
seen
If she
an
was trying to get
opportunity.
attention, all 6 of us didn't even listen to her music, even after that.
Not interested.
No. But if you look at the comments on the video, on any news article or whatever, you're gonna see everybody supporting her. The plus size community is gonna come out and say, "Oh, girl, he shouldn't have did that. Oh my gosh, girl. Oh, that's so mean of him.
That community,
Those
we want to
those
pass
Lyft
it down to
drivers."
somebody else.
One at a time, y'all.
Yeah, okay, I won't say anything.
Go ahead,
Oh
Nick.
my
Finish your
gosh,
comment.
those Lyft drivers. Oh, he's such a mean individual. So now she has the plus
They call
side community
him a, they
that
call him
didn't know her.
a-hole. They call him an
Now
a-hole
they're gonna
and
know
they
her.
call him a mother
One at
effer.
a time. One of y'all
Absolutely.
time. One at a
And
time, y'all.
he was nice. He responded nice after his comments. He responded nicely. Hey, said I wasn't even gonna charge you, because we all know I'm gonna charge her. But he responded nicely. He moved on, left about the ride. But remember, she's seen it as an opportunity. That's the whole reason why we're hearing about it. Now she's getting her name out there. So all she has to do now, because everybody's gonna be coming to her page. All of these people in support. Oh my gosh, why would he do that? They're coming to her page,
Of
and
course.
boom, I have my music right there. Boom, I have a a catalog of my album or whatever. Oh, boom, hey, look, here's my link to my streaming profile.
So are you saying she's pulling a DoorDash?
Is she
I
really
don't
pulling a
think I don't think
DoorDash?
there's any dash
I don't
involved.
I'm putting
I don't
myself.
think. I know. Oh wow. What happened to Vinny?
Yeah,
Does everybody know
he
who
did it time
wait,
out.
during the time? But what? Wait, but how would she be pulling a DoorDash? I mean, why does DoorDash get a lot of hate? I like the girl. I like DoorDash. She's cool.
I'm not even gonna go there. I ain't even going there.
I'm just saying, what? Why? What happened? Okay, we gotta talk maybe in the back of this thing after this is done or something. Y'all maybe
I'm
know
not sure if I
something I
want to
don't
form
know.
a public opinion of her exactly.
Listen,
I have
listen.
no opinion on DoorDash. I don't really know much about
Listen,
it.
I've watched a
rumors,
lot of her
so-
content, and I have formed an opinion, but I don't know if I want that to be my public opinion.
In the back on the radio or on the
Yeah.
Discord, maybe we
Yeah.
talk about it. So maybe I don't see.
You know what? I'll put it this way.
Close.
I don't like that a bunch of her content is clickbaity. I'll just put it that way. It's as succinct as I can put it.
Hold on. Apparently, I just pissed off like 12 people.
Yes.
Because you spoke about DoorDash.
Yes. You
Yeah.
gotta
And you know what?
yourself,
And you
the
know
big
what? And you
support.
know what? Let me tell you something. If you cannot take a joke, you shouldn't be around the garage. If you can't laugh a little bit, you shouldn't be around the garage. And I'm just saying, laugh a little bit. It ain't that fucking serious, bro.
Well,
Look at
again, those views are expressed by Nicholas, not Nick Williams.
Doing what? Like
Yo.
trimming her nails?
Yo, 100K driver, bro. 100K delivery driver said she about to start a only this hating panel. Wait, what? Oh, okay. No, I don't know where this hating is coming from. 100K
I'm telling you,
driver. I don't know who you saying that we're
100K
hating.
is a master
I'm not.
troll.
I'm not
He's a
hating
master
because she
troll. I
can't
love the guy.
fit. She just can't fit.
Listen,
Yo,
I just don't want to see
yo.
her feet. I don't want to see her feet. They don't make a jar big enough. I don't want to see her feet anyway.
Hey, Vinny, I just sent you something on the DMs on X, bro. Can you please post it on the chat and
No,
show
what
people?
the hell, bro? What the hell?
Look what I sent
One
you
of the
on
things I want to
X.
point out.
Look what I
One
sent
of
you
the
on
things I want
X.
to point out. One of the things I want to point out is for this young lady that she got to lose the weight, and I think this brings up another conversation just for everybody. Myself, I will put myself out there on the hot seat. I am obese medically because based on my height and size, I'm obese, and I do need to lose weight. I was just telling Vinny in the room, I was like, look, I got on a carnivore diet because doctor said I'm right before pre-diabetes. I gotta lose this weight, and I've been doing Uber 9+ years, got over 15,000 between the
Go
two.
ahead.
Oh, damn.
I'm
Oh,
always sitting in the car, and in
Uh,
my other job, I'm in the office sitting. So I've done things that I need. Oh shoot, what happened
Yeah,
here?
you
It refreshed.
kind of going in
But
and out, brother.
no one's not saying maybe we got a problem with this young lady. I'm going in now.
No
Can you hear me?
accountability. Yeah, okay.
There's
Now we
yeah.
can hear
nothing.
you.
There's
I think.
nothing
Can
wrong.
y'all hear me?
There's nothing wrong with what the There's nothing wrong with the lady, bro. But look what I sent Vinny.
There,
That's her in the
it's, oh,
SUV,
yeah.
bro.
Wait, who is that?
That's the
Oh
girl.
my
Look.
That's her.
God.
That's
The
her.
tires popped
Whoa.
on
Yeah,
the
that's her.
Escalade.
Yeah.
The tires popped on the Escalade,
No,
bro.
it's
That's
just low
crazy.
profile. It's just low profile.
Dude, that
It's just
last
low
Wait, she's in
picture.
a
Hey,
profile
Jeep.
go
shots.
Wait,
back
is
for
that a
just a
Jeep? Wait,
second.
is that a Jeep Cherokee? Was that a
I'm
Jeep
sorry.
Cherokee?
You got to go back. Is it? I'm not being a jerk, but doesn't she look like the Michelin Man? Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
Stop it.
Oh,
Vinny,
Lord.
no, Steve, hold on, I gotta, let me have my face real quick.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I like my.
I would have ate in the back seat. Wow. I like
Wait,
when he,
I don't know what 100K, wait, what does 100K driver mean? Wait, what does 100K
Hey,
driver
we're
mean?
not asking those questions. Look,
100K delivery
Listen.
driver,
look,
what
we're
do you
not
mean
asking
by
those
that?
questions.
100K, what you mean?
So
Yeah, you know what he means by that. You know what he means
what?
by that.
Nick,
Listen,
what does
I am not.
100K mean?
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm gonna say it
What?
again. Am I wrong?
Oh, Lord.
Nobody wants to say it, but I'm not
Oh
wrong.
no, accounting Tom.
Accounting. Oh no! All right, guys. Do we have to poke fun at the lady? I'm trying to make
Well,
sure.
hold
I want her to
on.
be
But wait a
fit and
minute.
healthy.
But whoa.
I'm not poking fun. I just really
Ron.
did see the
Whoa,
Michelin
Ron.
Man when I saw it.
Whoa, Ron, this is what I
Yes.
mean. This is what I mean about being accountable, right?
True.
It's okay. It's okay when you promote yourself in that sense, but the minute somebody else comes back at you, now it's a problem.
Yeah, and they start suing. Yeah.
That's called
Yeah.
being a fucking hypocrite. That's called being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah,
Now,
I feel like
I
she had
didn't
been.
come
I feel
on
like
here
she
to-
had been probably fishing for a Lyft driver to do something like this for a while. That lawyer looks like some scumbag lawyer that
That's
only
what
like
I'm
chases
saying.
ambulances and was like kind of in on it with her. I already have the whole story going on in my head.
Yeah.
And she kept trying it. And she's like, finally, this guy bit. Okay, here we go.
Well,
Because-
look at this.
Sucks.
But in the
Me being
midst
in the
of it,
music
this guy's
business,
life's
it's a
gonna
good
get
marketing
screwed off the
plan to
driver.
push your music.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dirty South would know. He's in the business for a lot of years, man. He
Yeah.
knows.
He has a radio station.
I'm
Dirty
just
South
saying,
Radio.
at the end of the day, at what part, when I don't even know how to ask a question anymore. If
All right,
it was
well,
not-
I want to say something to her trying to get her getting this ride, or not
Okay.
not even her getting the
for it.
ride, but you as a driver, we're not getting paid to maintain and wash our car, you know, to that degree. I was talking to Nick about this. So you have all this weight shifted to one side of your vehicle, and you've got potholes and messed up streets, whatever's going on. You in the course of going to this location, something happens to your car. This stuff isn't cheap fixes and whatnot. Yeah, and that's what he was saying. Like, how much is the ride actually going to be paying at the end of all this? It's almost. I told him it's like they can discriminate against you as the drivers slash private private chauffeur and everything. They can discriminate against you because it's all behind this algorithm, blah 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 blah. But then the part where you're choosing and how you're going to deal with your passengers. You know, I was talking to Nick about this. If you see somebody coming up to your car and they're taking the last drag of their cigarette, could you stop and kick and tell them, "Nah, you're not getting in my car"? I mean, at that point, you're not discriminating against the individual. I don't want the smell of smoke in my car. This might affect my next few passengers. Whatever. But what do you say to somebody that has a protection? Based off of weight.
You don't say anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, I agree with that.
I have to cancel this ride.
That's what I
Right.
did with the
Right.
cigarette. I did the same thing with the cigarette. I said I'm gonna have to cancel the ride. Have a nice day, and I drove off.
Mhm.
Yes, that's all you say. Because anything more
Because
is
what
exactly what we were
happens-
talking
Right,
about.
you're
Then
just
people
setting
can hold
yourself
it
up for
against
trouble.
you.
one at a time. One
You're
at a
right.
time.
You're just
This
setting
is the
yourself
big
up.
point. This is the big point that happened. He sat there and he said that. But what are passengers gonna do? But why are you canceling the ride? But it says that you could take me.
Roll
It
off.
said- and now you're going through that back and forth.
Yeah,
The
you
best
got
way as a
nipped that in the
driver
bud.
is to avoid it,
But
because anything
this
you
driver
say
is an honest.
will cause you to.
One at a time. Ron, let him finish. Go ahead, Nick.
Anything that you say in that point is going to cause you either to be deactivated, punished by Lyft, Uber, whatever the case is, because you know that they're going to say, but like, look at the news story. You're too big. That's what she remembers out of that whole conversation. Not that she should have got an XL, not that the car was small. She obviously seen that the car was small. She remembered he said, "You're too big and you're going to pop my tires." You get what I'm saying? But that was just because they
Look at how
had that back and forth.
Look at how the reporter opened up on the story.
Mhm.
When the driver rolled up, she already knew what was coming. It was like the reporter led the story instead of letting the story tell itself. She had to interject her dumbass in there too.
Of course, you got to create a narrative.
Effort. Well, and she probably going to
I
get
mean,
a little
it
piece
could-
of change.
It could have been
Get a
worse.
little piece of change from the what you call it. What the hell is Scott
a
doing now?
donation, and I haven't even got my tits out yet. Ah, that's what's up.
Woo! Everybody's
I
out
mean,
there.
Ask her to lay down.
It could have been worse. He could have literally gone too far another way. He
I
could have
would
said,
say-
"I'm going to have to charge you by the pound."
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh gosh. Damn, Steve.
Hey, but the airports can do it, right? The airports can do it.
Yeah, the airports are going to put you in a double seat
In reality, factually, the car can take on, I think, 3 times whatever the weight she had. I think it's a 1,200 pound that you could take plus the luggage and everything. So
But
the
it's
car
not
would
being
have been
evenly
fine.
distributed in the vehicle.
But you got to
True,
distribute
but
it.
it is.
Scott,
it is.
Scott
able
said
to
he would have
do
asked
so.
her to lay down flat to even out the car. Scott said he would have asked.
Gosh. Oh man.
But
says he would've asked.
the leg end would have to be
My
on the
main thing was
passenger
my main
side
thing is seatbelt.
because the top end didn't have the same weight as the bottom end.
Well,
I mean, God, oh my God! Look at Raymond. Look what Raymond said. It's Trump's fault.
Hey, no, it's not Trump's fault. Hey, stop blaming Trump for everything, people out there in the world. Trump just got in office.
Now,
Leave it
hey,
alone.
now here, I bet you Antonio's right.
Antonio, he's right. Yes.
Yep. A new terms
Coming.
of service is en route. It's on the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's on the way.
I feel like the whole situation, I think it could have been handled a different way. It's just that stupid girl is trying to make it something almost like her 10 minutes of fame, you know? Like the Hawk Tuah girl, you know? That's all she's doing and just clout chasing the fuck out of it. And it's probably the most attention she's ever gotten in her entire life, maybe.
And you know what?
And then it's
And you know
fucked
what,
up
Buddha?
because
It's nothing new.
yeah, I know, but it's like fucked up that the driver had to get deactivated because of clout, bro.
And
That's all she wants.
And sued,
You don't care about the
sued very bad.
Huh?
Well,
He's probably going to get. I mean, I don't know if they'll drop it or what, but he's going to have a lawsuit filed on him. Very heavy,
right?
Did she show his face? Was his face actually shown very well?
No, it wasn't at all.
Okay, because you know what I'm afraid is he's trying to go for another job, and nobody may not accept him or anything like that. I don't know.
I mean, I feel bad for the guy. I feel bad for the guy, you know, because not everybody has the same thought process, right? We're experiencing. He might only been on the job for a week. It might have been his first day driving. You don't know.
And I'll say this from his voice, from the way that he tried to explain himself, even though we know it's wrong to attempt to explain yourself to the passenger, it didn't sound like he was trying to offend her in that situation. That's what I took away from that.
Yeah, he could have went.
But what the lawyer opened up with
the
lawyer said, it's almost the same thing that it's like not picking up black people. Like, bro, what is wrong with you, bro?
Well, because he has to make it a visual. He has to make it a visual thing. What discrimination is. He has to make it sound. He has to sensationalize it in your mind, so you're like, oh my god, I can't believe you would do that.
He Al Sharpton the hell out that motherfucker. Okay, he pulled the grip move. I
do want to ask this. Being from Michigan myself, my whole family's from Lansing and Detroit. I live in Denver now, but I mean that's where I'm born and raised. So my whole family is from that area. Do you think that they're just not being vocal, but there's not one out of every 50 people or if even are the ones supporting her, and 49 are just quietly going, dude. Kind of right, man.
How many times did you have to go around searching for the right lawyer?
I'm willing to bet the case gets thrown out of court.
That would be insane. That would be amazing.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a settlement.
Of course, it'll be a settlement because that's what Lyft and Uber do.
Yeah.
But I said this on Twitter, and I'll say it here, and I said it to start the show. A good attorney, a smart attorney, will now turn around and say, well, you know what, Lyft, you do have a history of discrimination. Don't you have a thing against straight men? Don't you? Non-binary is okay, and women are okay for women only. That's discriminative. That's denying me access to earnings, an income based on my gender.
I said that
based on my sexual preference. We all said it. So I think Lyft better be careful. Lyft better be very careful with this one. They better be very careful.
Vinny, but a lot of women, like I picked up a lady and she canceled on me because I was a man. And this is on Uber. Yep. And I was the only one available. And she was looking for a woman. And when I actually got to her. Yeah, she told me that. She told me that. And
that's not on Uber.
I could have.
But wait a minute, that's not on Uber.
No. This was an Uber passenger looking for a woman driver based on just
discrimination.
So that's no option on Uber, of course. So I kept getting a trip, and she canceled.
But what I'm saying is, if an individual has that option, that's on them. But for a company to make that as part of their policy, that's discriminative.
Yeah.
That's discriminative. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's plain fucking English. Civil Rights Act of 1960. It's plain fucking English. You cannot discriminate based on a person's sexuality.
What Lyft told me when they did that, they said they don't like 95% of their drivers. I think it's 5%. Maybe I'm wrong about this. I think it's 5% women drivers and the rest is men. It's male. You're telling us that you're making us predators. You're making us look bad, like as if we have problems.
That's
so
what
that's
they
why
did.
you made that product in your system, and Lyft, that's a problem. So yeah, that lawyer who's out there can definitely take this and make it happen.
Here you go.
Listen, that's why they did it. Because he knows he's gonna get paid. This is like an easy shut out case. Because
she gonna get
well, like I said, I hope somebody.
The fact that they have the public opinion behind it. You got.
I think public opinion is split. I think it's a split crowd.
When you look at the comments,
I don't know.
either people are joking about it or they're supporting her. There's not a lot of
nobody's not supporting that driver. Nobody's not supporting that
Nobody's
driver.
supporting
the driver is just fucked.
Let the memes begin.
Nobody's publicly supporting him. There's a lot of people.
Everybody's supporting the girl, the
definitely-
lady, and again, and I'll say this: she got to lose that weight because if she want to continue with her career,
I'm dead as fuck.
Sorry, she got it. She got it. I already put my. She has to.
Hey, she chose that lifestyle.
Well,
That's what she wants to live.
But
that's like telling a hooker she can't hook.
If she's ugly, she needs to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I say this,
real
right?
quick, I got to pay the
We're
bills.
big
Go ahead,
people,
Nick.
right?
Yeah. I got him. Got Nick. I got him. Got him.
Plane crash in
Okay, so real
DCA.
quick. Hey man, all right. I get it.
You sure?
Absolutely, SB Raj. You're right, SB Raj. We do got to be careful. You're right about
All right.
that, man.
So let's get in. Somebody says I don't mind transporting hookers. What the? This show has gone down real quick, real fast.
We are down. We are down bad. You are right behind us.
Strippers.
There's so many
might
more
have to
hookers
move on
and-
from this.
No, that's
One at
not
a
so
time.
cool.
1 at 8.
We might have to move on.
We are going to move on. I want to move on since we got Steve here. Steve, without do your thing, bro. What's the big news in Colorado right now?
So
I don't think a lot of people know.
I don't know if you can scroll up, but at 7:26 in the chat, there was Scott Robinson said, "Steve, why would Uber send a detailed receipt to the customer on what drivers made? Because this is where the real split is, according to even Uber. They're like, well, we would happily do it for the driver, which we know is false too. But they know about this law since it became law on June 24th of last year. But it says, why would that receipt be necessary? And we kind of discussed that. So here's some other things that we didn't really get into there, though, is that
whoa. Some of our viewers might not be your viewers, so they don't know what you're talking about. So in
Colorado, we in June last year had been fighting for a couple of years to get a law down, but we didn't want a Prop 22. We didn't want to pay up. We didn't want New York City's crap. We didn't want anything that had to do with money. It was about human review of deactivation. So if you challenge a deactivation, there's a panel of 12 people that review. 4 of them are drivers. It's just a mix of people, but you're going to get a human review. Nobody's barking about that. And you have to be completely transparent upfront on the offers when we see them. So even DoorDash right now, I'll see the total, and then off to the side, I see the tip. It can't change. It can't have even a 25-cent hidden tip. It cannot change anymore. Since that's happened, I don't DoorDash much, but when I do, the volume, and it's January, is down a bit. But I have not seen any offer under $2 or $3 a mile, period. I used to see $2 a delivery with no tip. So now if I'm going 4 miles, it's going to be $8 plus. I mean, so I'm just saying, like, that part's all good. DoorDash is playing ball. Uber's in a different position because they got the rideshare portion too. And why this? So on the TNs, that's the DNC side. Both of them have to be transparent to the driver and to the customer or passenger.
So that we're clear, what you're saying is now there's a law in Colorado.
Yep.
Every single dime, wherever when a fare is charged, the driver as well as the customer must get a detailed line item receipt telling you where every dime goes. Is that correct?
Yep. The customer is to get it within an hour of the ride, and the driver is to get it at the end of a dash or being online or whatever, on whichever app.
Okay.
So that makes sense. They thought about that a little bit too. Like, we're not going to send it every time to the driver. Okay, that's fine. You just make sure you send them all at the end. But so that's what they need to do. So a part of the reason, though, why you're asking about the customer side, because this is where a lot of people are going. This is where Uber's going too. This is what they're really, and it's because that's what they're most scared of. But the thing is Uber already ties together taxes and fees. Those have to be decoupled for the customer too. I mean, that makes sense. I know people who need the exact breakdowns of what they're spending. There are people who do that kind of accounting and look that deep into it. But one of the biggest things here is that, and I don't have it in front of me, the group, but there's actually a couple groups, but there's one huge group that funds, that's government funding for these rideshare companies to subsidize rides. So absolutely, they have to be transparent because they're taking government funds in too. They have to be transparent.
Yep.
But Uber is fighting to not have to deliver the transparent receipts.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Uber's 51-page lawsuit basically goes on and on and on about how their First Amendment rights have been violated because they're being told they have to. I mean, as I just said it, they're being told they have to be honest with the customer. They don't like it. But I mean, really, what they're claiming is you're asking us for a certain font size. You're asking us to disclose customer information. No, you're not. You're not disclosing any customer information.
Nope.
What they're claiming there, though, is that the receipt they'll get, the driver's going to have one too. They're very concerned because I've always said, how do you audit an algorithm? Like, if you were the IRS and you had to go audit Uber, even if you're the veteran auditor and you're the best at it, how good are you actually going to do against an algorithm? And especially from a scumbag company like Uber. I mean, like, can you trust that you're going to get in there and that they haven't already redirected you this way to some fake algorithm? I mean, I look at it as mafia days in the cooked books, but this is even harder because you might not ever get to the real. So now, in Colorado, with the receipt system, and it won't have to involve customers and this and that, they can ask to pull receipts every quarter and compare the driver to the customer receipt, because either a mismatch on either end is $1,000 fine on both ends. So it's $2,000 for every instance that they break this.
It's interesting. It's interesting because, and somebody asked, how come only in Colorado? Well, it's just like, how come only in Seattle, Washington, do they have the best rates in the business? How come only California gets Prop 22, but Massachusetts has Prop 32? It all comes down to what legislators actually want to get behind the workers versus
but this one
the
doesn't
ones
include
that are
any. Yeah, this one doesn't include any benefits, nothing. Which I love. I actually love. I'm going to tell you guys honestly, I love it because that's where you start getting in trouble. It doesn't involve any active time, minimum wage, 120%. That's all just a joke anyway. Active time is a made up word by these apps. It is not even a active time. My active time is my real time. I have 24 hours in a day. That's my active time. But yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, they finally look, all these other states, they go with the deals, right? They $32.50 in Massachusetts, pay up, and yeah, okay, they fight it, but they go with it. Here, we're not asking for money. We're not asking for any benefits. We're just saying you need to be transparent.
You got to start somewhere.
And that has them freaked out more than any of the other states has, because they are like, you read that 51-page lawsuit, it's crazy what they claim. They've got 5 pages, like around page 30, on safety and how they're amazing at it. 5 pages. It will make anybody that's ever done this work sick to read those 5 pages.
I bet.
It's all lies. It's all lies.
I bet.
But my point is like it starts off as a First Amendment violation, and then it goes from there about how, you know, it would be, you're making us put out Colorado's word over our business model's word. Well, is your business model we're scumbags and we rob everybody? It just seems to me like they just don't want to talk about in any way, shape, or form. It's not even about the black box secretive algorithm. They don't want to talk about anything, because it's dynamic pricing on all these apps. We know this.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I mean, it's like none of us would sign up for a credit card that said it's 2 to 70%, just depends on the daytime, and
of course not.
APR, you know, like, no, like, dude, that's not how things work. Like, set an amount or
That's
make
my
sense
argument on
of a
Bitcoin.
system at least that
It's you guys are in a tough spot out there. You guys, you know, it's amazing how it's amazing to me how every state that takes on these battles, these fights, how they all come at it from a different perspective. You know, it's like everybody's coming from a different perspective. What would be awesome, like, and Steve, you know how I feel. I've told you privately, I don't like talking about any of this shit. It ain't Steven, Obsidian Vinny. What's our motto? It's not our job to fix rideshare.
No,
it's our job to get our money in bounce. And I really do honestly feel that way now. 4 years ago, I was trying to fix rideshare. And so I applaud you guys, because goddamn, man, this shit ain't going nowhere for a while. And people got to, but if all these states got together and went after the companies, you would have something. And not from a federal level, but from a state's level. See, I think once you get the Fed
involved, I think it should be state by state. Let your states.
Yeah, it has to be state by state. It has to. I don't know if Ron DeSantis or the state of Florida would give a hop, skip, and a jump any way or another. But let me ask you this. And this is for the panel. Whoever's still here. What the hell? Ron disappeared. Nick disappeared. Would they go get a room? Did Ron and Nick go get a room? Is that what happened?
I'm still here, cuz.
Okay, Buddha, I appreciate you, brother. You know, I know you're hanging in there. Damn, I forgot my date. See, look at this. I guess, bro. If Nick, if you disappear one more time, bro, you got one more time to disappear.
Hey, the phone overheats, man.
I forgot what I was going to ask you, Steve. Shit, there it is. Done. I forgot. My bad. Steve, Steven, it's your show. I'm out.
It's my show now. All right. I forgot what that next topic we were going to jump into, but somebody did mention a plane crash that was breaking news. It says plane crashes while landing at Reagan
in the Reagan Airport. Yeah.
Yeah. One of these says that it had a collision with the helicopter. It's kind of...
That's Dole's, isn't it? Isn't that Dole's or Reagan International?
Hey, before you do that, though, I want to ask you guys a question. Then, wouldn't you
fire away?
Do you honestly think? Let's say that Uber drops this lawsuit, right? Do you honestly think after all these years, because for years they got away with bad PR? Oh, we treat our drivers awesome. We do this. People thought we were paid great. People are waking up. We've told a lot of people. People are waking up to the fact that we don't get paid right, but they're not exactly sure where that is. So that's part of their fear. But do you honestly think for a minute that the rides will reduce by even 0.1%, if they go to transparency with the customers? And do you think that if anything, it might still have them ride and probably tip better once they see what the drivers are paid?
I don't think your ride volume changes at all. I don't think it changes at all. I don't think you see increase or a decrease. I think it's my honest opinion, I think it's a nothing burger.
Yeah.
I just
but
do.
it would be but my point, it would be a win for Uber. Just drop the lawsuit and say, you know what, done. We'll be transparent like we agreed to in June of last year.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I think so that tells me then there's something that they're trying to hide. And what could they be trying to hide that by simply giving a detailed receipt would expose? That they're taking that big chunk of money out and that the riders are paying 20 to 22% more year over year and drivers are 15 to 18% less year over year? Because when I explain it to riders, and I do when they ask, I don't voluntarily get into these conversations with them. But if they ask, well, you asked, right? I tell them, well, yeah, I'm getting about 40% of whatever you paid. And then when I tell them what they paid, they're amazed. And then I show them, well, this is what I got paid. Here you go.
Yep.
I don't know.
We should all hook up iPads or something, whatever you got, Galaxies in the back of your car that says that shows the breakdown, so they know, oh my God, that is what I paid, and they see it.
Well, yeah, but Uber and Lyft are Uber. Well, I don't know why I keep putting Lyft in this conversation. They're not even in the conversation. Uber is so ingrained right now into the American society.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hard thing, and it's not even so much that it's Uber. Uber just happens to be the guy right now. I think the more Tesla comes online, and I know we talked about that already, but as Tesla now starts to come online in the rideshare gig, you'll see that shift a little bit in the market share, but it's still rideshare. I hate calling it. Y'all know what I call it. It's car service. I don't give a shit.
Service.
I had somebody.
These are contracts, and this is car service.
That's right. I told the guys on the radio channel about this. 2 days ago, I had a ride. Picked up a guy. Regular, standard comfort ride, not going far, going to DMV. Long story short, he told me his story about how he found out his license was suspended. 10 o'clock in the morning. My last ride of the morning, I'm trying to get home. I pick him up, go in my direction. As we get to the DMV, come on, y'all know at 10 o'clock in the morning, I don't care what state you live in, the DMV is going to have a line around the corner. You got to be a fucking idiot not to know there's going to be a line around that corner at 10 o'clock in the morning. So as we pull up, we had a great conversation the whole way there. As we pull up, he says, hey, can you wait for me? I'm going to go inside real quick, and I want to see if I'm going to be able to get in or not. And if I can't get in, I'll change the destination. You can take me back home. I was like, no, I'm going home. This was the last ride for the day. I'm 10 minutes from here. I'm going home. He said, all right, no problem. I shook his hand. He shook my hand. Bye-bye. Threw me a $5 tip, the whole 9 yards. You know, that motherfucker gave me a 4-star and said the comment was not polite. And I know it was him because I only got 2 4-stars, bro. Everything else is 5 stars. I was $4.99. Now I'm $4.98 because of this cocksucker. And the thing is that not a car service, Steve? That's a car service, is it not?
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking me from point A to point B, but now I want you to take me to point C. It's a fucking car service. I'm not sharing a ride.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you could just at that point, that's where you become your independent contractor and just say, fine, I'll turn off and we can negotiate hourly.
I didn't want to negotiate nothing. I was going home. I wanted to go home.
I need you to get out.
Yeah. I'd say, hey, man, listen, nah, bro. You know, I'm like 10 minutes from the house. I'm going home. I got things I got to do there. I don't work. And these guys will tell you, I don't work in the mornings. I work in the afternoons and in the evenings, and I go full bore on the weekends. That's how I'm rolling with this stuff. It's not worth it to me. There's not enough money out there to give up everything else. Anyway, what else we got on tap tonight? Steven, Obsidian Vinny, what else we got on tap, bro? We still got another half hour to fill here.
You got me. We basically talked about Yeah, let's open it up. Open it wide.
Open it up. Pascal, what's going on, buddy? So I don't know what I don't know.
Well, you said you had brought up a few ideas.
Go for it.
Are we going that way?
I don't know. Steve, you got how much Bitcoin do you own?
About
I will tell
He's like an
one
undisclosed
millionth of one. I don't know.
I did today start my first bag on XRP. First time ever I've owned XRP. I started it today. About $50 worth because of that guy right there. Because of Mr. Obsidian Vinny.
Oh no, Pascal just left the chat.
He says just left the Panthers games. How many games were they playing, Pascal? Y'all ever notice how Pascal talks? He's straight Canadian, bro. It's not 3, it's tree. It's not game, it's games. It's not Bitcoin, it's Bitcoins. Everything with him is the S's. Anyway.
Well, look, you getting hit. You getting hit in the chat.
Well, I was gonna talk about the whole stupid how you're not interacting with the apps for a couple.
Oh, go ahead on, bro.
Yo.
You want me to bring up your Twitter post?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Go for it.
Well, go ahead. Talk about it, bro. Just don't drag on. Let's make it happen, Captain.
Well, so I've been noticing that Uber has been temporarily pausing my rides without telling me in a notification. I don't know if you guys have ever had this thing where you gotta go into your Uber app and run a diagnostics test. And usually it's always red on the network area where it says network connections always red. But in reality, if I'm watching YouTube or watching anything else, scrolling the internet, I have internet service, so there's no reason to pause when it's supposed to be busy, right? So I've noticed that it's been happening for 3 days now, where if I have the apps in the background or not in the background, and just have them like just stay on that page for a while, they'll temporarily turn off my network and pause all my trips until I either touch the damn screen or turn off Wi-Fi or turn off something else and reset my whole internet connection to start getting rides, because all of a sudden I put airplane mode off and on. Ding, 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 ding. All the rides are coming back in now. I'm like, oh, okay. So when a lot of people say it's pretty slow out there, turn off airplane mode off and on, and you'll see a ping pop up literally right next to you, and you're missing out on banger rides too.
Sorry, guys. You guys, yeah, go ahead. I just here's video from this crash that just happened out there. Hold on.
Oh damn!
So apparently this DC this passenger jet collided with a Black Hawk helicopter, and that was all she wrote. Look at how much that plane broke up, bro. They're looking for survivors all over the place. Holy shit! That can't be good.
It's not at the airport though.
Yeah, well, I guess it was coming in. Yeah.
Dude, how can that be overlooked?
Currently, significant emergency response is underway in Washington, D.C. as a mass casualty event has been declared following reports that American Airlines jet collided with a helicopter in a possible mid-air collision while landing at Reagan National Airport. Reports indicate that there were 60 people on board the commercial jet that struck the helicopter. One body has been recovered from a rescue boat. That means them bodies went flying, right? I mean, you got the river. You got the riverway over here and the airport's over there. Holy shit. The type of aircraft, exact number of people on board have not yet been confirmed. Authorities issued a ground stop. So I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't like how it words it as ran into the helicopter though, because a Black Hawk helicopter should be very careful when it's in passenger airspace.
You would think, right? But you just saw an F-35 crash 2 days ago in Alaska, right?
Yeah.
The
I'm just saying, I
F-35
just
was on
think
a
it's
training
weird.
mission
You know,
and the
you're
plane
around the
failed.
airport. You're obviously in touch with the control tower and those people, but also like you're the Black Hawk helicopter. You should absolutely know what you're doing and not be in anybody's
100%.
airspace.
100%. Wow. I guess that happened right there. I guess. Wow. Okay. I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna find
A
out.
Black Hawk casually running into an American Airlines passenger plane though.
I gotta find Buddha's. I gotta find
Maybe it was
Buddha's.
like that Exxon Valdez thing. Maybe he was drinking.
Oh Lord. Official. Okay. I'm sorry. We're gonna do this. I guess we're doing this. Because I like Bill Ackerman. Right. I like him. How does an incredibly maneuverable military helicopter fly into a regional aircraft by accident with all of the sensors and warning devices designed to prevent an accident like this one? It sounds more like terrorism than an accident. Perhaps an expert on Black Hawks can weigh in here. Steve, that's just what you just said. You
I
just
didn't
go
even know this happened until I came on here and you guys talked about it.
Well, if they're saying that it was a military helicopter, a Black Hawk, I mean, Bill Ackman. I don't know if y'all know who Bill Ackman is, but he's pretty wealthy dude, man. He's out there. He's up there.
Watch, there
And,
were one or two people that are going to be either they're going to be buried, their names are going to be buried, or somehow it'll leak out that are going to be like
Oh my
it'll
God!
make sense why this happened because they were on that flight.
Bro, there's a plane flying over Reagan Airport during the crash, while there's like people watching the
holy
news
shit.
on the
Did
thing.
you guys wait? Did you guys see that? Okay, so hold on. Let me get this. That's not what I'm looking for. It's not what I was looking at just now. Okay. Where's the plane? There's the plane. There's the helicopter. Here's the plane. Here comes the helicopter.
Yeah.
He just ran right into the plane. How do you not see that?
That's what I was thinking. Like, how do you not see you're heading toward this thing?
Dude, where are the other angles too? This is an airport. They have 500 angles on this.
Well, they probably locked that down. But
Yeah,
if that's
sure,
the aircraft, and that's the helicopter.
I would hate to be that traffic controller.
I would hate to be the military. I mean, the air traffic controllers are under enough stress as it is. You got a Black Hawk coming in, and
Elo flew straight into the jet. Yeah, it don't make any sense, dude. Look at it, it's just coming right for it.
but that's why I want another angle, man. But even so, like again, why is he in Reagan International airspace?
Could it be? Could it be? Could it be an act of I don't want to say the word again because I've said it twice.
I don't know. I mean,
did we not leave $85 billion worth of military equipment in a certain region of the country not too long ago? Everybody's
this is like the reason that'll get Trump his dome. He wants the Iron Dome.
Did you see that's what he wants? He wants the Iron Dome here. Yeah, I saw that.
Watch now. Tomorrow we'll have it because.
So here's a question. I'm curious because I know we were joking about this earlier, and I'm really going to be paying attention to Fort Lauderdale Airport tomorrow to see if that's a real thing or not. If there are raids, I guess you want to call them. If there are raids, shouldn't business pick up for rideshare drivers that are still here?
I was actually thinking that for the Coachella.
Bro, there's fucking raids in fucking elementary schools out here, and it's fucking ridiculous.
They've opened it up to schools and churches.
That's
But
so
what I'm
fucking
asking is,
retarded shit.
okay, well that's personal. That's why I'm y'all know me. I don't hold my tongue, but I'm trying to hold it now. Keep the peace, right? Because I rightfully don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out. But anyway, my point is, will we see an increase in business? And with that increase in business, will we see an increase in ride payouts? That's the question.
You gotta deport a lot of Armenian brothers. Because that's all the ones that have the big Escalades and shit at Coachella.
I can tell you for here in Denver, like the Denver Post put out an article saying that to expect raids tomorrow. But I saw ICE everywhere today. Everywhere.
They're not playing.
Trucks. So they weren't waiting for tomorrow. The Denver Post is very left, and they were like, yeah, they're expecting tomorrow. They also took over we have 3 ICE facilities here, detainment centers here in Denver.
Exactly.
And they, just as of today, they took over Buckley Air Force Base. That's going to be a detainment center for ICE. So I guess I'm pointing out we're the most per capita city of illegals, even more than New York, and
more than us.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, haven't you been following what we had going on here?
I didn't. I'm just surprised to hear that over California.
I saw they were getting immigrants by the busload, just like New York and Chicago.
I thought California.
And if y'all didn't know, if y'all didn't know, Accounting Tom has entered the building. He is in the building.
I don't know if you saw that, Vinny. He said he was just messing around. Okay.
But I mean, they're definitely they were arresting drug dealers. They got a bunch of people up at a party and they arrested like 200 and like 13 of them were Tren de Aragua. We have a lot of that here. That's the biggest presence we have. And I don't know if you've heard, but Denver's kind of become the mecca for child sex trafficking too for Tren. So for TDA, the sex, because all the highways meet here. We're the center of the country.
See, I thought California, because it's just so easy to get people into containers and disappear them.
Well, that's where, I mean, they get them, but then they need to move them somewhere.
Mm-hmm. What was I going to say?
Yeah, Derek's in my market, so he knows.
Mr.
Well, okay, so the other market that's being affected by this too, because my wife does working in nursing and stuff like that, people stop showing up to work. They're like, nah, I don't want to get caught. Yeah,
people are shook.
Yeah, so it's like all these, they don't have how to put it. They're not nurse assistants or anything like that, but they're working healthcare for families and stuff like that. They just disappeared because they started putting stops. They started putting roadblocks and started checking people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here that's what I'm saying. When you said, will it change? I think it will, because I think there's a couple factors. A, it's going to take a minute to get them out of here, though, because they're first going after the really bad people, but they're going to get them all
associates,
out of here. Right? Which will get down to all the gig work stuff. But I think once it's cleaned up here too, I think people will come. I think people will be using it more again. I think people have got a little freaked out around here because they're getting sick of. Angie's picking me up, but it's a 400-pound Colombian.
Hugo. Yeah.
Literally, they're just getting like, dude, this is not even funny. It's not even kind of not matching. It's crazy.
Oh, I was telling Vinny, I had a driver. I told him I was a driver, and he pulled out 4 or 5 phones. He's like, yeah, all these have a different account. What?
It's insanity, bro. It's insanity. I mean, I at the end of the day, you can only take one ride at a time. But what I think where it affects us in the pocket. Obviously, if there's more supply, less demand, it's going to be cheaper. Somebody pointed out, Black Card Trent today on X pointed out, he did a thing with Lyft. Again, Lyft. It sounds like I'm picking on Lyft. I'm not picking on Lyft. Lyft is just presenting these things out there to the public.
Up. Yep.
They set them up, and we're just going to knock them the fuck down. It's just the way it is. Get used to it, right? And we knew this on Uber already. We see that comfort rides pay less than X rides because everybody went out and got a comfort car. And so nobody's doing X. So the amount of drivers available for X are less than the amount of drivers that are available for comfort. So comfort is cheaper, it pays out less. Same thing with Lyft. Regular Lyft rides seem to be paying better than Lyft comfort rides, which I couldn't tell you. I think I've done 3 Lyft comfort rides my entire career with fucking Lyft. Yes, it is. Say it loud, say it proud. Lyft is the Dollar General rideshare. Those are my
Not
words.
Los Angeles.
You quoted me, bro. You
Not
quoted
Los
me,
Angeles.
bro.
That is completely Uber.
I thought it was InDrive that was the Dollar General.
Bro,
or they're the Family Dollar.
They're the Family Dollar.
Vinny,
bro.
do you not like InDrive?
I can't stand them.
Have you? I mean, you've obviously tried. I don't know. I mean, it's only in his market. I
didn't have to. I talked to like 10 different drivers. Omar, who used to be on with us all the time, drove for them. Well, he gave like 2 rides for them. Here's the deal with InDrive, right? Everybody made this big deal about InDrive. They say you can negotiate your own rate, but it's like the stock market, bro. The InDrive is the market maker. They say, well, you can attempt to go this high, but you can't go this high. So say if you want to charge $10 more for the ride, negotiate. Okay. They say, no, you can only negotiate $5 more. I'm just using round numbers.
Yeah.
They got a percentage on there. So if a driver is trying to get $20 for a $10 ride, no. InDrive says, no, you can't do that. We make the market. Well, which is it? Am I negotiating as a driver with the rider? Or are you capping me on what I can and can't do? Like, what's the deal? Right? That's number one. Number 2, bro, if you ever see the rates that come in for InDrive, it's worse than Lyft. They're terrible. The rates are terrible. And of course, the rider is always going to negotiate the cheapest ride.
So the rider, if I land at Miami International and I open up InDrive, what do I see right away? Like almost like rental cars, like my options of vehicles.
Oh, I couldn't tell you from the driver's side or rider side. Couldn't tell you. From what I understand, it's just like an Uber app. You request a ride. Do you want a sedan or do you want an XL? That's what it was when that's the only 2 things that I know of at the time. Now I had
their chief strategy officer on last year on the podcast, and he was telling me he didn't tell me anything about a cap, and I didn't actually ask. I'll admit that because I just didn't think it applied. Because the way he made it sound was once you locked in with a driver, it's totally up to you what you charge. No. You can be in contact with them. You can.
They limit you on how much you can ask for more. Just like now, I will say this. Conversely, they limit the rider on how cheap they can go.
But they limit the time for the interaction, right?
Yeah. And well, according to Omar, yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. They put you in that window, Steve. They're sticking you in a box. And as long as you're in that box, you're not negotiating. What are we negotiating? $2, $3?
But don't they aren't they percentage based? Don't they make more if you charge?
Well,
more?
when they first came here, there was no percentage, and then after I think 3 months or 6 months, they went to, I think somebody said it was like 30% they're taking, 20 or 30%, which 20 or 30% is definitely less than what Uber and Lyft are taking.
Yeah,
right. Uber and Lyft taking a lot more than that. So.
I even brought up a scenario. Like I brought up a scenario to this guy, the same thing. He's the CSO for the company, and he said that like let's say that you landed at Miami, and I get this horrible ride on Lyft or Uber or whatever. The car smells, it's beat down, I hate the ride, and they're on InDrive. That maybe that's a selection, or I get Vinny, his car's clean, we chat, we have a great discussion. He was saying that I could book you for my return ride back to the airport.
That I don't know. I wouldn't know.
I'm just curious because you're the only one in the market that I know over there. So,
well, Nick, yeah, well, like I said, Omar, he's done several rides for them. He was on the app for them. I remember when I signed up for the app, they told me I was on a waiting list.
Okay.
So that I had to wait to get onboarded. And at that point, there was no, I won't, it's just like with Curry, right? The minute Curry said, hey, we'll get back to you, I deleted the app.
Yep.
Like I'm nobody's bitch. I'm not sitting there begging for a fucking, you need drivers, I'm there. You don't need drivers? Okay. I'm not going to think about you twice.
Well, you don't need the app anyway, even if you do get put on a list, because you're going to get an email saying you're activated.
Yeah,
then
I'll
you
just
get
delete
the
it
app
now.
back
Yeah.
on there, you know?
Yeah, no, then I just delete it and send it on its way. I'm done with it. But the point is with on InDrive, the negotiation that they say you can have, you really don't have. If you're negotiating 2-3% more or 2-3% less, and they're setting the market for you, then are you truly negotiating with your rider?
Well, and I was also wondering what stops the rider from going, well, screw this guy. Who's less?
Who's who?
You know, because he made it sound like there were options. Like you might even see the same sedan, like 3 cameras, same size, but they all might have different prices.
Well, I mean, isn't that what Uber was just saying for you guys? Or somewhere I saw on Twitter, where Uber said they when they were in California, when they were allowing California drivers to set their own prices. Remember that about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, they could set their own prices out there, and then Uber came back with, well, look, everybody's going.
Yeah, everybody's doing it for a penny. Yeah,
right. So, like I said, with me with InDrive, if I'm not negotiating fully, then I'm not negotiating at all. Because what does it cost? What does it cost a driver to have a negotiation? A 1 minute, 2 minute negotiation. You want me to take you I'm picking Steve up from Miami International Airport and I'm taking him to Boca. Right? He wants an XL vehicle. InDrive sets the price range between $40 and $60. Well, as a private driver from Miami International to Boca, I get $150. Any driver worth their salt ain't settling for less than $150. And that's what I used to get making that run. With Uber Premier in an XL or an XL ride, you know, it used to pay like 80, 90, $100, right? But the rider was paying 150, 160. So there's that accepted, you know, difference in there. But when
I would guess a lot of people cancel and just work out a deal with the driver.
You know, and I don't have a problem with any of that. I've said that before with Fight Club. I suggest just, you know, you got to be careful, man.
Yeah.
Got to be careful. Got to be careful. I had people yesterday tried to get my number after I brought them home from the airport, and they actually only live about 8 minutes from me, and I'm like, nah, I ain't got that insurance no more. I'm okay. So for me, InDrive, just it's false advertising. You don't negotiate your ride. The riders do, but the drivers, no, there's no negotiation. What's the difference between driving InDrive and driving for Uber? They both set the price. So what's the difference?
I don't know. I've never drove for InDrive.
Well,
yeah, we only had it in my market for 2 months. Nobody is on it.
I thought it was
Pascal's
just in Miami.
Hold on a second. Y'all go ahead and talk. Let me see where Pascal's at. Let me see if I can get him on, because he's driven for him too. Let me call his ass real quick. See where he is.
Yeah. We only had it in Tampa for a couple of months because Sergio was here helping them launch the whole InDrive thing here in Tampa. But InDrive had been out 2 whole years before it got here.
Yeah,
it was 2 whole years.
But InDrive is the second largest rideshare company in the world. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
But I see what Pascal says, and that's kind of what that goes with what the CSO had told me that you'd see 5 or 7 people, 5 or 7 drivers right near you, and you'd see their prices and their cars, and you just pick from there.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to bring Pascal in. There he is. This way you can ask him directly. Because I'm with Pascal, I'm sure he's done more rides than Omar did. Porosquiva. Y'all know who Paulina Porosquiva is?
That name sounds familiar.
Come on, Steve. I know you got to know.
I really don't.
Pull
It doesn't even sound familiar.
Bro, at one time she was like the world's greatest supermodel.
That's probably why I'm familiar.
Well, I'm just looking at her phone number here. That's all. No, seriously. Who else do I got in here real quick? These were customers of mine, by the way. TC Boyle. You guys know who TC Boyle is?
No, that
the actor. Oh my God, you guys. Hold on.
Then he
Well,
probably got John Wayne in that bitch.
I know you guys know Anna Navarro, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got her number in here.
Call it, and if it doesn't go in a voicemail,
we just beat the Kings 3-0.
Oh God. Go to bed, Pascal. Jesus. No.
Okay. How about this one? How about this one? Michael and Perioli. Michael
yes,
and
that
Perioli.
name sounds familiar, definitely.
I hope so. If you were a fan of what was it on HBO? What was the gangster program? I can't remember. Sopranos.
Oh, Sopranos. Okay.
That was Michael.
See, you brought up the Sopranos thing, right? I seen some meme on Twitter about the fucking the lady that got the one that got the little driver deactivated, and it's like, I guess it's a show in the Sopranos where the guy's like, "You better get the fuck out of my car before you flip it, you fucking fat fuck."
Oh my God.
Okay. That dude probably had 5 phones and was like, I got another account. Back driving.
So Pascal, Steve wants
Yes,
to know
sir.
about your experience with InDrive.
InDrive is, well, like you mentioned earlier, is a little garbage. They do control the minimum price and the maximum price on the driver's side. So as a customer, when you go to request a ride, you can't go below a certain amount. So if you're trying to be cheap, they will limit you.
Because
But
the number on there is like the start bidding number, right? Then you
they
can
give you
contact and work.
they give
around
you
it.
a suggestion, and you could go a little bit below it. But then they tell you if you go too low, you're not gonna find a driver. And as the driver, when you see the offer come up, you could increase the bid. So let's say you see $10, you could say, I want to do it for 15, but you cannot do it for more than double what you're saying, what you're seeing. So if it comes up as $10 and you want to do it for 25, it won't let you. It'll let you do it all the way up to 20.
So how was I being told by somebody from the company high up that, like, if I got you as a driver and you took me to my hotel, I could also get you to take me back to the
So basically I've done that on round trips where the passenger has to re-put in the request, and then the drivers in the area will bid on it, and then they could pick you. They have a list of all the drivers are submitting a bid, and then they choose. They could go lower, but they could go higher if they like you better. They like your car or whatever. They could select you instead of somebody else.
So they would have to say, I need to leave for the airport at 11 a.m. tomorrow, and you'd have to go to that area at 11 and be in the
so
pool.
I had a lawyer that told me he takes it like Uber every day, or rideshare every day, and I got him on Uber, but he told me he was familiar with InDrive, and he's like, if you're near my house at that time, then I'm gonna be requesting a ride, and I'm like, well, no, it doesn't make any sense for me, because it's already low. So they're trying to lower the price to attract customer. They're lowering the fare compared to Uber by 10-20%. So it's already lower for the customer, but they're taking 30% on that ride. So you're still making either the same or less than Uber and Lyft as a driver.
So if I'm a New York City baller and I fly down to Miami, can I tip you $500?
I don't know if there's a limit there. I would have to check, but I'm sure there's some restrictions for fraud purposes.
Right.
you know
I
that
know
that
there's
could
limits
be
on the other ones. I was just wondering because
right. So, but I believe there might be a. I don't know if there's a limit of as far as how high you could go on the customer side. You know, on your initial bid. I know the driver cannot, you know, outbid more than double what came through, but there's got to be something for their protection. Because let's say a customer and a driver gets together with a stolen credit card, and then they can rack up a bunch of stuff. But
yeah. Yeah.
um,
I mean, they take a percentage though. They can't touch your tips.
they take 30%. So
But not of
20%.
your tips.
No, not of your tips.
Right.
They take 10% for their operating fee and 20% for insurance. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
Now, like I said, 30% is not bad.
Well, it's 30%
is
of a fare that's already reduced. So
I understand that. That was going to be my part two to that was like, and that's what I was telling Steve. It's like the rides, it don't pay. Might as well just stay with Uber and Lyft. They got a better marketing. God, did I mention Lyft? My bad. I didn't mean to say Lyft.
I mean, is InDrive cheaper than Uber and Lyft?
For the passenger, it is because they could you'll go as low as someone's willing to accept your ride. It's a race to the bottom.
Okay.
Yep. Not to mention they pay people to make their cars look like taxis. Like, bro, who wants to ride in that
with
shit?
stickers. With stickers. Yeah, you
who
can
the
wrap
hell
your
wants to
car.
ride in that shit? Have you seen that, Steve? You see what these cars look like? Oh, let me go find you a picture.
I mean, are they wrapped or?
It's a small wrap. It's a no, it's not that small. Like they're wrapping the car, and they only pay you $150 a month for it.
Yeah. So here you go.
You see them all over, and then people have it wrapped with InDrive, but then they're still doing Lyft and Uber, and it just confuses everybody.
Yeah, you'll see a car looking like this, and I'll have an Uber on the dash, and and in Uber's terms of service, you're not supposed to have any markings on your car whatsoever. But
Right.
that's just one thing there. Get out of there, whatever that is. The ones that get me are the SUVs. But yeah, offer your ride fare. I mean, that alone just tells you, you're like Pascal said, you're racing to the bottom. You're just racing to the bottom. But yeah, we've seen them. We've seen plenty of cars. This is what they wrap themselves like. I'm sorry.
Are the InDrive driver cars nice, or are they just the jalopies of the rideshare?
Most of them are the lower end of Lyft and Ubers, like because you're making less money. Like they're tracking that type of people, like
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I had an idea. I even own the website to Hoopty Rides, and I was gonna let just everybody have your own insurance. You set your price. You could have like all kinds of beaters. Like, it often breaks down. Like you set everything, and it's just a percentage that's taken to the top.
100%, man. 100%. Anyway, it is 10:56. I know we kind of delved into these two hard topics right off the rip. Not off the rap. See, now y'all got me talking about rap. Anyway, so I would not wrap my car either, bro. It's just no way in hell I'm doing that. We talked about the Tesla in the it's coming. Unsupervised FSD will be hitting Austin June 2025. We knew it was coming. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get a pink wig because looks like well, I don't know. It's not April yet. All Tesla's got to do is one ride. And Sergio's got to paint his hair. He's got to dye his hair pink. That's what we talked about.
So
anyway,
the rides they did on their event doesn't count. The free rides.
But Tesla has been doing full self-driving for about 18 months already with their employees.
Have you seen what they announced? I think it was today or yesterday that their cars are self-driving off the line to
yeah That's all right.
I'm sorry, I came in late, so I don't know what you guys talked about earlier, but
That's okay. We still love you.
yeah.
I think we're all trying to forget what we talked about earlier.
And then we had the our drivers really independent contractors, and the answer at the end of the day I think is no. Other than you can turn the app on and off after that. The apps have complete control over how much you're going to make, when you're going to make it, where you're going to make it, if you're going to make it. You're not guaranteed a damn thing. So I think we've established that once and for all. We talked about Colorado state lawmakers and the lawsuit that Uber is filing to try to keep the details of rides private and out of the hands of riders and drivers alike, I guess, for transparency reasons. Can't see how that's an issue, why that would be an issue. But if it's an issue, then that means they're hiding something that would be come out on that. Other than that,
Uber's black
Thomas.
box algorithm is more hidden than that Black Hawk that ran into the plane tonight.
Right.
You know, just real without opening that can of worms again, I don't think they know what's going on with their algorithm.
No,
Too many
I
glitches,
honestly, it's got maybe out
too
of
many
control.
ghosts in the machine. Yeah, I think it's out of control. I think, you know, I don't call AI artificial intelligence. I call it algorithmic interpretation. And I'd say that because it's somebody's programming it. But at some point that code gets all tore up and mixed up and intertwined. And if they can't solve the problem, I mean, how do you shut down the machine? Could you imagine what would happen if Uber had to shut down their machine for 12 hours? If they had to shut their servers down
just for 1
hours.
hour. 1 hour they're done. I mean,
that might be the start of the robot takeover.
One
you
hour
might
worldwide
see it
would
say
be
no,
crazy
and
impact.
it stays on.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. What was that?
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, so we are going to we're gonna call this up a night. Steven, give us our tip. Come on, tip it out, tip your hat, bro. It's time to go.
Same tip that I've been giving recently. Keep working on a skill. So important these days. There's so many avenues in order to build a skill. YouTube, what is it? I'm forgetting the one website that I use a lot. Is it Unify? I forget. Whatever. But YouTube is a great platform for you to be able to pick up a skill, whether it's plumbing, electrical, just to fix fix a screen. Pick up a skill that's marketable and that you can market yourself, because when Uber and Lyft's not there for you, it's going to be tough. And not everybody wants to jump into the W-2s that they got available right now. So,
and I got news for you. It's getting hard to get W-2s now that pay worth a damn. All right, Pascal.
Don't get scared to get out of your comfort zone. I made that leap, a few months ago into hockey, and it's going well, and it's awesome. So just whatever you want to do, just don't be scared and do it.
There's more to life than rideshare.
Right.
Thomas.
Always be aware of your surroundings. Please be aware, very, very aware, and also always work on your pivots for your slow seasons.
Okay, Buddha's sleeping in the car, by the way. Did y'all hear him?
Yeah. How am I sleeping? I'm right here chilling, cuz.
He's just breathing hard. That's all.
Oh, is that what it is?
Is that me?
I didn't probably that was you, bro. Oh. We can hear your Pornhub and everything going over there, bro. What the hell?
All right, see, this is where we draw the line, cuz.
What up, cuz?
Mr. Cuz.
Well, what do you got, Buddha? Come on, spit it out. Let's go. Or do you swallow? Which one is it?
Whoa. Whoa. We ain't in the elbow. Hey, bro. We ain't in the elbow room, gang. You know what I mean?
See, Steven? See what you did, bro? Now you're gonna make me go back there. You're gonna make me go back there, and I'm gonna have to counter that.
I did nothing.
Buddha, what's your tip, baby? What's your tip?
My tip is don't have no brand loyalty to these ads, bro. Just multi-app, make your money. You know, don't think about individual rides because you know every time you look at a ride nowadays, you're just like, damn, that shit's trash. But you can't say this is trash for 40 minutes to an hour. You know,
Yeah, you ain't making no money.
making no money. So
Making no
if
money.
you want money
Yep.
to be there's money out there. If you want to chase it through rideshare or through, like Steven said, find your little trade thing going on, and that's it. You know, get your money and bounce, like we always say. You know,
Bootulations, one.
there's nothing
All right.
else to it. You know, if you wanna, a lot of people say work on your pivot. It's like, all right, well, what's your pivot? What are you good at? What you skillful in? Nothing. All right, then, bro, keep working, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Keep working till you get it. All right, Steve. What
I would say that look at the amount of hours you work a week, and you know, like when I worked in the bar, like you know, sometimes like you were saying seasonal, you're gonna have to adjust. Like, don't just go out and work 10 to 10 every day and just go, God, it sucked. Like, learn why it sucked, and learn, like, even if you make a little bit less, but you work half the time, that gives you a little more life back. So don't just be out there to be out there.
Right.
Be out there when you can make some money. And I don't mean like events, because for me, I can't make money on events because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would better choose, like, if there is an event, I'm gonna go to the other side of town where all the drivers aren't.
Yes.
Hey, bro, don't mess with me at Coachella, bro. I make that event pay me tenfold.
Yeah, well, I'm with Steve on that. The crowd goes left, I go right every goddamn time. I don't. Nope.
Yep.
Omar
We had
and
Gasparilla
Nick.
last weekend.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my I agree with everything said. That's all. Couple of programming notes. Tesla Rideshare channel will be making a comeback. I know I got 171 subs on that channel. I'm going to ask people to please go find that channel. I'll start posting it up in the community board on my page. Go and sub to that channel because I'm going to start doing a lot more rideshare content over on that channel. And over the next 3 months, we will be phasing all the rideshare stuff over to that channel. I know it sounds like a lot. Believe me, nobody's and this channel's going to be more in real life, bro. Shit that I want to talk about, things I want to talk about, things I think are important to me. My trading will be on here. I opened up, I got a brand new funded account. Today started. I don't know if I'm going to start trading that account tomorrow, which I probably will. We're going to do more coffees with cousins. We're going to start having some fun with this shit, man, because maybe if y'all see that I'm getting up out of this rideshare shit, maybe y'all will find your ways out of this rideshare shit as well. And these same guys that are on the panel will be the same guys here all the time. So, you know, listen, if you settle for what they give you, then don't bitch. That's on you. If you're too big for the car, you should have ordered an XL. That's all I got to say.
I gotta put that pun in right there. Like, damn, bro, you can't make.
I'm just saying, bro.
You can't let the poor girl rest in her.
If you're too big for a Prius, order a Suburban. And as we saw, she don't necessarily fit in a Suburban either. Anyway, Steven, take it home, man. I need some music, bro. I need some music, bro. I need some music, bro. That's right. All right, y'all. Peace out. Next week.
You didn't know.